the damage state rollout. This one's kind of big in that there are a lot of buttons that are actually going on. It's just a repeat though 4 times. So you have a damage state 1, and notice when you go down to right here, there's now damage state 2. Each one, there's 4 of them. You have 2, 3, and 4. Each state, you're able, we'll just focus on one state, and they all do the same thing. So the damage state 1, if you enable it, you're saying that you have one state of damage effect. If you have, you can do up to 4 different states of damage on top of an object. If you have all 4 states, then you'll be applying these principles across each one of them. By enabling it, you could be saying that when the health of this tile gets to 80 or less, it's going to actually play this animation for start, single animation, and then go to a damage state idle, which will be a looping animation. It can play the audio clip for the start and the audio clip for the idle. So if it's like hitting a can that starts to smoke, then you can have something that plays a different type of animation, different type of audio clip to it. Along with that, you're actually saying whether or not the collider for the object is going to be enabled or disabled. So if it's something where you hit it one time, you break it, and you're able to walk through it, you can use this and say turn the collider off, and then all of a sudden now the player can walk through. This is the collider for it, not the trigger system. So you can say that the collider turns off, allowing you to walk through it, but you can still continue to apply damage to the object if you wanted. So again, this is for damage state 1. Each one is the same setup, and notice by default these are set to increments of 20. So from 100 down to 80. If you use damage state 2 by its default settings, you go to 60 to 40 to 20 on here. And then at the end of a damage state, once you get to 0 or to the min value, then it transitions into the die state from there. One last thing to note though is just remember that the damage state itself, based on our health that we looked at from before, if you're doing the health regenerate option and this is enabled, you do have the option to say repair damage state. If this is enabled, what it's saying is that for instance, if damage state 2 was enabled, it would get to this state, and when it starts to increment the health values up, once it gets to value 80, it will actually play the next state, these animations, and continue to grow it till it gets back to its original health.